So I'm working on my next project, and it's for a contest, and I have to hand this painting in tomorrow. And as you can see, it's just a blank sheet of watercolor paper. I have been practicing though. And this is what I'm going to try and paint, but about twice the size. So it's been a bit of a struggle to, where do I begin with this? So I haven't painted this size for like maybe even a decade, God knows, years and years, 5, 6, 7 years. And I've had to rearrange my room in order to make a space for this size paper. And I've had to really think a lot about how to do this, and I think now I've got a good arrangement. So my image I can show on my computer screen, so I don't have to print it out, so that's good. Well, I like the way it's slowly moving, slowly panning around. That's lovely. So on that left, the monitor on the left side, that has a reference image I'll use, so I can look directly at that. And also I was happy with this arrangement because I've got a little closet area over there which I can now access and put all my tripods in there, because one of my biggest nightmares was all these tripods tripping me over in my tiny room. So that's a big problem. And look, I've got this thing here on wheels. I actually made this, and I'd love to get back to doing a bit more woodwork. Actually, it will happen, especially now the super hot summer has just about ended and it's getting a bit cooler, and I can go outside and do woodwork because no space in here. But anyway, I've got all my lovely materials on top of there, so it's easy. So when you paint, you've really got to think about your environment and how easy it is for you to paint, and if your reference image is in a place where you can see it easily, and this thing isn't going to slide down off the table and break your feet because it's a big wooden board underneath the paper. So important things like that. Anyway, I'm really happy because I didn't think I could rearrange the room. This table was originally turn it 90 degrees and up against that wall, and it blocked my entrance to that closet, which became a dead space. And then this corner as well was a dead space. So I was very unhappy about that, but not too sure how to fix it. But when I do videoing now, I've got to put my tripod over there, so there isn't a huge amount of space for that. And I'm just going to have to slide the table in that direction. But that's okay. It slides fairly well, so that's not such a big deal. So I think that's a good rearrangement. Okay, so now I'm going to get on with it. Well, actually, now I'm going to have a cup of coffee, the 4th cup of coffee. I quit coffee, for about 2 months. I've quit so many times, it's unbelievable. And I got back into it, and it was just one cappuccino that did it, of course. And it started off with just one a day, and it was wonderful. And now I'm on like 4, But, at least it's not cocaine or whatever, tobacco or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to have number 4 and just chill out. Might go for a walk, then come back and start doing this painting. So but I feel pretty good. which is a good thing. So I've done the sky, and it worked out better than I thought it might. And I've done the grass, and that's actually not too bad. But one of the things I'm really worried about, well, no, I'm not worried about, but it buckled a lot, or it has buckled a lot here. I'm going to try and stretch it out again, but I don't know if it will stretch out. I'm hoping when it dries, the buckle will disappear. And I normally never have this problem, but I think one of the reasons is the size. So the bigger the size, the bigger the buckle, I imagine. So yeah, that's a challenge. But hopefully when it's completely dried, it will go away. It will just flatten out. We'll see. But it's taking quite a long time to dry out, actually. So it's quite a different experience painting on this scale. Anyway, if this one doesn't work out, then I've got another piece of paper. It was all one roll that I cut in half. So I've got a second chance. And possibly if it does flatten out, then I can always do a painting on the back. So if that's the case, then I've still got 3 more chances after this one in total. So I quite like the way it's looking, but we'll see. Okay, so I don't think you can see the buckle from this angle, but there still is a buckle there. Luckily, it's not interfering with the painting process too much, but I hope it disappears. It seems to be right in the middle, so hopefully it will all flatten out. We'll see. One thing I can do is, after I finish the painting, is wet the back of the paper and then turn it over again, stretch it out and clip it down, and that might remove it if it's still there after I've finished and it's completely dried. So, time to continue. It's looking quite interesting, but in some ways that big white patch there really adds to the painting. It gives massive contrast, and that's going to disappear soon. And looking at that makes me think that really this area here I should have left maybe white like this, because that degree of contrast is really fantastic. It looks amazing. Anyway, that's what I might do if I do a second version of this painting. I hope I don't have to, but we'll see. Okay, so I finished the painting and I'm fairly happy with it, to be honest. There's a little bit of a mark here. I don't know how I did that, and one here. But still, I'm quite happy with it. I think it's a nice composition. I love the sky. Maybe the landscape itself is a little bit, the colours are a little bit unnatural. But to be honest, I like that as well, because I don't want to just paint things too naturally. I want it to be somewhat exaggerated. And I like the way I've done this yellow light, which kind of runs from up there all the way down here, And then we've got clusters. I think that's quite nice. And I quite like my blue texture at the bottom. So not too bad. So now I'm going to put it in a frame and see what it looks like. And then hopefully enter it into the contest tomorrow and win first prize. No. I don't expect that to happen, but I'll be better prepared for next year. Now I've got everything sorted out, like I've got the right space, I've got the right size board underneath, and I need to practice a bit more painting this scale, which is quite big for me, very big, but I love it. I really love it. Okay, so I framed it and I think it looks quite nice. So tomorrow, hand it in, enter it into the contest, and I did it. And next year I'll be even more prepared because I rushed this one. So next time, much more prepared. But it looks pretty good. So this is Yufudake Mountain. It's a place I like a lot. And I've been quite a few times. So I just have to check now the contest details, and hopefully I got my dates right. We will find out. Okay, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't show myself actually doing any painting. Apologies about that. Next time I'll remember to do that. But at least you saw some of what I did. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. Bye for now.